Alright, welcome back. Last time, there was salt. There was a lot of salt because we encountered one of the dumbest boss fights in the history of boss fights. I can't even say. I've only tried it a couple times, but what I've always said is that some of the hardest fights in Dark Souls, and probably Demon Souls, I didn't actually beat Demon Souls, so I can't say, but I mean, people say Man-Eater, like the 2 Man-Eaters in Demon Souls was hard. I mean, considering, you know, just like first time, you know what I mean. In Dark Souls 1 and 2, I feel like the hardest fights that I have had are fights where you have to fight multiple things at the same time. And if you look at Dark Souls 1, there's the gargoyles. I had a lot of trouble with that. And that's because there's 2 of them, obviously. I mean, at some point there's 2. Ornstein and Smo, everyone thinks that's a really hard fight. I mean, just generally. And that is, you know, a pretty tough fight. And there's 2 people. 4 kings. People have trouble on that sometimes. There's 4 things. There's just multiple guys, right? And it's like... And then, in Dark Souls 2, if you remember, like, my episodes, I had trouble when you had to fight the 3 Ruined Sentinels. I mean, granted, you do 1 and then the 2, but I mean, when I had to fight the 2, it was really hard for me. And then... Who else? Who else came in a pair? The Throne Watchers... The Throne Watcher and Defender, they weren't too bad. But, you know. And then you look at, like, Skeleton Lords, those weren't too bad. I had a lot of trouble on Undead Chariot, but that's, you know, more than one thing or whatever, but... The exception would be, like, Smelter Demon. I still think that that's the hardest fight I've had so far. And... Alana was pretty hard too, but... Smelter Demon... If I could go back, I'd probably be better at the fight, because I'd use something like Flash Sweat. But yeah, so what we're gonna do today, and what that ties into is that little grave trio. I didn't even look at their names, honestly. I just saw like grave robber or something like that. But yeah, the 3 of them are really hard, just because there's 3 of them, and it's really annoying because if you saw like in that one attempt I had, the archer either was chasing me with horrible pathing, so she kept getting separated, or she was running away from me to keep shooting. But then the dude in Havels and then the dude in the Alva armor were running just as fast as I was. And yeah, I mean, the Havel guy shouldn't be that fast. That's just stupid. But so what we're gonna do is we're going to re-kill a couple bosses with Ascetics, and we're gonna change our build a little bit. Because magic is not allowed in the DLC. I'm convinced of this after playing through 2 DLCs where magic sucked. Like, no joke, magic was ass in both of those. To the point where I started using utility spells and all that. You know, it's not even worth it. And, I mean, granted, I could go kind of backwards and go back to, like, soul arrows and stuff and go, like, super mage. But everything is pretty aggressive, or has some kind of reach, to where hitting them once for a soul arrow for like 200 or something like that is not even worth it compared to being able to just go in and swing a couple times with your sword and do better damage and be in a better position. I mean, it's a little more risky at times, but it's like on the Fume Knight when I killed him, I felt really in control of that fight at that point, because I mean, I grinded out a few times, but like I felt really in control of that fight at that point. So, and when I was fighting Alon, I tried to finish him with Soul Spears, and I remember saying to myself that, pretty sure this happened, I remember saying to myself at some point that magic wasn't even worth it. It was just like, it's too risky, especially with the nerf to the poise damage, which didn't affect bosses too much, but it still sucks on normal enemies. And then the nerf to Soul Spear casting is like, what the hell, why? So we're actually going to use Ascetics. I'm gonna drop one. What does this do? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna throw an Ascetic in this one, because we're going to get a few of the bosses back. What is done cannot be undone. That's pretty cool. We're gonna redo a few bosses and get some new stuff. Oh, There's phantom spiders. Do I already regret this? We'll see. I mean, I feel like, in a way, I'm kind of ready. Anyway. Because I already do a lot of damage and stuff. Yeah, so what we're going to actually do is, even though we use that one, we're going to pop up to the top here and use the threshold. But our goal is to get the Moonlight Greatsword, and to do that we have to kill the giant spider. We're going to get the Lost Sinner's Soul again, because we can get some specific that I want, and we might get a couple other things here and there. Okay, so our spell loadout is looking like this. We're using Combustion because we're going Fire Mage. I mean, fire's pretty good. I could use a different fire spell. I'm using this for the bosses because this hits like 3 or 4 times in succession, so if I get an opening, it's probably going to do some really good damage. We're using Great Magic Weapon because after testing this and Crystal Magic Weapon for like 20 minutes or something like that, the overall net damage difference that I had with the weapon I'm using, the Blue Flame, I put it on the Blue Flame, the overall net damage difference between Great Magic Weapon and Crystal Magic Weapon was 2 damage. That's not like 20 or 200, it's 2. The things I was hitting the giant dudes with the scythes or whatever, and I tested it for, like I said, like 15-20 minutes, and I was hitting them for 408 with Crystal Magic Weapon, and I was hitting them for 406 with Great Magic Weapon. And it didn't matter what catalyst I use or anything like that. The catalyst damage does not scale the weapon damage at all. They both, and I looked it up on a Dark Souls wiki, that Crystal Magic Weapon and Great Magic Weapon both do 50 damage flat, just boosted. And the only difference is, I can't remember if timing's a difference. I forgot to look at the duration being a difference. But Crystal Magic Weapon gives you a bonus 30% damage to elemental damage on your weapon, and Great Magic Weapon is only 20%, which, if you're using something like the Moonlight Greatsword, which can no longer be buffed with spells anyway, I think, if I read correctly, you know, it's not a whole lot. I mean, if you have an elemental weapon that's, let's be generous and say you're doing 150, you know, it's like if I did 30% extra damage before adding the 50 or whatever, it's an extra about like 45-ish, 45 to 50 damage from the bonus. But then from the 30% bonus, then if I drop down to 20%, it's about 30. I want to say it's 30 damage. 20% of, yeah, 20% of 150 is 30. So, you know, it's about 15, 17, 20 damage. But then you have to count into resist, and you're only getting about, whatchamacallit, you're only getting about 10 damage difference, ideally. But I mean, you look at the weapon I have 300 AR just coming from magic damage. Like that, just pure magic damage is 300 AR. Using Crystal Magic Weapon to Great Magic Weapon, I did 2 more damage with 300 magic damage, like on my sword. So it's really, it feels so pointless to even use Crystal Magic Weapon, besides how cool it looks, obviously, and maybe the duration or whatever, unless there's some math I'm missing somewhere, which is entirely possible. But otherwise, it's like, you know, kind of what's the damn point? The only difference in Catalyst is that they do affect spell casting, obviously, like how much damage your spells do. I mean, that was very obvious. So if you cast like Soul Arrow and Soul Spear and stuff like that, you definitely want a stronger Catalyst. But for weapon buffs, you don't need more intelligence, you don't need a stronger Catalyst, you don't need anything special. It's kind of irritating. So now that we've talked for 10 minutes, we put the longbow on just to squeeze out a little more damage with a bow. It's not really gonna matter. But what spells? Okay, so we're using these for fire damage. We're using this because 3 is way better to have than 2 casts. We're using this because we plan to fight spiders, and it's really either this or like Focus Souls or Soul Bolt. Like, those are all okay to fight spiders on. The giant spider, but this is kind of what we're rolling with right now. So we'll see. Soul Vortex may just whiff entirely. I want to give Soul Vortex a chance, is the thing. Like, I really want it to be... I want Soul Vortex to be good. So we gotta deal with that, but... yeah, apparently... apparently all the enemies come back. And... yeah, apparently all enemies come back. And then all, like, corpse treasure respawns, and all wooden chests respawn. So... this is good. Wait. Never mind. It said items respawn, but apparently not. Maybe only certain items. Yeah, so... that's kind of our goal, is we're going to get the... yeah, I guess items don't respawn. We're going to get the Moonlight Greatsword, because Twinkling Titanite's actually easier to get than... Twinkling Titanite's easier to get than... Crystal Lizard should respawn, actually. Then Petrified Dragon Bones. So that's kind of why we're going that way. I can't keep making boss weapons, because... I wasted mine. I wasted my, yeah, I wasted all my Petrified Dragon Bones that I had. Say, come on, dude. The extra longbow damage is nice. They don't seem to have... those guys don't seem to have a lot of increased HP so far. So that's good. But I did see somewhere that you can... oh, how'd you not die? That you can, so you can't hit me from here, right? But you can increase the... you can infuse the Moonlight Greatsword with... whatchamacallit? You can infuse it with enchanted instead of magic. And... that will... give it... it'll turn it to pure physical damage. And then give it something crazy like 93% physical resist. So you could actually, like, two-hand it and be good. Okay, they do have a lot more life. Okay, yeah. And so, like, if you two-hand it and you use it to block with or whatever, it's actually still really good because it's almost full physical on a sword. And granted, you can talk about stability and all that stuff, but you know what I mean. There's, as I said, Spirit should be here now. Let's... ooh. I'm glad he's not, like, he's aggroed. I mean, if I hated the spirits before, how much am I going to hate them now? Okay, so some of the items came back, not all the items. That's weird. But I mean, we're a lot smarter, hopefully. Oh, there's two... what the... oh my god. I regret this. Okay. So how are we actually going to deal with this? The same way we dealt with it before. We're just... we fight to run away. Because, I mean, we actually proved that we can run all the way here before. I've done it. He's not letting me through this time. That makes me very sad. I'm glad that sticky shit didn't hit me. And then we're out. So we can run past those if need be, but... damn, extra phantoms. That's not the business. They're really, oh. Oh, damn it. I was like, oh, I escaped or whatever, but I'm thinking, oh shit, those phantoms might actually climb up. That's alright. There's more incentive to level up and stuff again. Because I stopped leveling because I was like, why am I throwing 30,000 souls at a point? If my points don't really matter at this point. But maybe I should have been doing that. I just need to find a way to get more like Twinkling Titanite and... I guess they leash in there. We need to find a way to get more Twinkling Titanite and Petrified Dragon Bones. Those are kind of the things we need right now. As far as a weapon's concerned, we two-shot them. with arrows, at least. So the bow's a good investment. I might actually plus 10 this bow. That'd be really good. Yeah, as far as weapons go, we need... I haven't decided if I'm going to use Murakumo, the Mastodon Greatsword, or something else. The Moonlight Greatsword, if it turns out to be good, if I make it physical. I want to keep it magical because that's the whole point of the sword, is to throw, like, you know, to look cool and throw giant moon rays at stuff, but it doesn't seem to be too good at this point. But the reason I was thinking of Murakumo is, well, the reason I was thinking of either of these, as you look, 40 poise damage and a thrust attack makes this really good. It's heavy as shit, which I don't like, but I mean, compared to other great swords, right? Look at these are all like 8, 6, stuff like that, and then this is 16. It weighs like an ultra great sword, and it doesn't, and it's only got a few more poise damage. But that's, you know, the damage is, like, the base damage is good too, and I think the moveset's actually really good. It swings pretty fast considering it's like super heavy too. So I was thinking of that. This, people are I mean, this made sense. It gets a damage boost in your left hand, so people are saying like dual wield it or something. I haven't seen anyone talking about mundane on this, but I've seen people talk about how this is like a Torius' sword, so I mean, it makes sense. And actually, when you use it, we could put it on real quick. When you use it, it actually has some of Artorias' moves, which is pretty funny. Here it is. So you put it in your left hand, obviously, and then that's an Artorias move, and it makes sense because I think Artorias was left-handed actually. But yeah, but the reason, yeah. So those are kind of the things we're going for. If I go Murakuma, I'm going more quality as a build, which isn't bad. If I go Mastodon, I'm going Mastodon. I'm going more strength, which is still okay because strength gives you access to certain armors and all that, and strength scales a little better. And what else does strength give us? I can't remember what else strength gives us. But strength is just something I want to do, because I think strength would be I never make strength characters, that's why I want to do it. But then if we look at, what was the other thing? I was talking about Murakumo. The scalings are similar. I mean, B instead of A and stuff like that, so I don't know how much better that actually is. But the stat requirements are lower, but the very important thing is this weighs 4 pounds or whatever, 4 things less. It's 12 instead of 16 compared to the Mastodon Greatsword. And the moveset is pretty good still. You know why I didn't get items up there is because the items that I was looking at were attached to the bonfire from the one I came from, the cathedral, so confirmed you get more items from the Ascetics, which is fine. This is actually really cool so far. I like this. I kind of like having the ability to get extra stuff. I mean, it made the area much harder already. I mean, I skipped those phantoms. Yeah, there's... Okay, I was like, is that another, like, phantom spider, or... Yeah, I never make strength characters, so I want to make a strength character. And did I say that Murakuma has 45 poise damage? I'm not sure if I did. It has 45 poise damage opposed to 40. And Mastodon has 40 poise damage opposed to 35 for the other great swords, but it's like, poise damage is kind of the strat at this point, because it's like, if I put the stone ring on, I get, you know, 70 to 75 poise damage, which I think 2 hits will stun pretty much anything besides certain bosses or unstunnable enemies. And it's like, the reason I did that is because I'm finding myself only being able to hit things once. I was saying this in another episode, I'm not sure if I cut the audio or not, but it's like, if I'm only able to hit things once, opposed to like with my straight sword where I have to hit them like 2 or 3 times to get any worthwhile damage, it's like, if that's what it's gonna be, then I might as well hit like a truck, and if I get a stun, then I can get another hit, you know? It's like, it's really... I think I missed a couple of the items again, but that's really the plan. So, we'll kind of figure out what we're doing later. Oh, fuck you. Like, where the hell? Like, why are you even... Bro. I don't even know where this thing came from. Yeah, let's hope we don't die. I mean, we understand the boss fight, but it's like... Things hit harder now. So, I have a couple ideas for armor, too. I thought about Throne Watchers. Oops, no. Little spider. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had to pick out some armors. Because poise matters. My 35 poise isn't cutting it. Like, if I don't get stunned, I get staggered with, like, a hit. And it's just, like, I shouldn't say staggered, because stagger's like, oh, when you get headshot, but I flinch, like, I stop and go, you know, I take the hit, and that's not cutting it at this point. So, it's like sorcery's weak, my light armor gear choice is weak, I have to be under 70% weight, that's all I'm really trying to shoot for. I mean, the 55 is nice for the extra movement speed, but it's like, if I sit at like 68 or something like that, so be it. So, 'cause I mean, roll distance isn't always a good thing. So, you have to pick out kind of what armor we're going with. So I'm not sure. Why do you... I kind of want to like go down there and then test to see if Soul Vortex even works. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, I needed to take a break after those triplets, because I was just... I've only been legitimately irritated... Like, I've only been legitimately, like, PO'd a couple times in this game. Like, in this playthrough. Once was Smelter Demon. 2 was Shrine of Amana. 3 was that boss fight. And I only fought it 2 times. But I could already tell that that fight is such a stupid, just obnoxiously annoying fight that I don't even want to deal with it, and my build is not even going to work. Because it's like, I can't get distance to cast. Magic in itself is already worthless. I get staggered when I try and trade hits. Like, I try and outstun them. And so I can't, you know, I can't trade. I can't separate them. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can't trade. I can't really separate them. Magic sucks. Like, I'm counting on my fingers as I say all these things. And it's like, what is there left to do? It's like, armor up, poise up, get a giant weapon, hit stuff, and just kind of play it from there. So, that's... So, that, I mean, if you know, that's why we're at the point we're at right now. And to start that, though, we're going to see if... And what sucks is we have the chance to get Crystal Soul Spear, which would have been really cool, but it's like... Magic sucks, so we're not going to, I used to be good enough... Not good enough, but I mean, I remember when I was farming in here, or not farming, but like clearing to here, every time I did, I was able to hit them once, and then I knew the spawn so much that I would shoot them when they landed too, and usually kill them, but we're not at that point yet. We've forgotten these things. There's a... You know what? We're gonna summon. We've seen the fights. We're gonna summon. We're actually gonna make life a little easier. And we're gonna summon for these repeat fights. Because I'm also gonna probably include in this series the achievements. Oh man, there's like so many more spiders now. Because there's some achievements I haven't got still. Which is like, why? Oh man. I have to look for that other one. But there's a lot of achievements I don't have either. Like, some of these quest lines that haven't been done. And what else? And I have to get another couple covenants. The ones I haven't unlocked. The only covenant I haven't unlocked is the Blue Sentinels one, because I haven't gotten what other item it is to do it, which I think I just need the item that you get from killing someone with a blue eye orb. So maybe we'll just try that at some point. But yeah, ally. Who's this? Benhart? Ashen Knight? Why do you have no shield? What are you gonna do in this fight? He's like, he has the worst setup. He has a thrusting sword, which thrusting swords themselves aren't inherently bad, but it's like, the whole thing in the fight is like crowd control. I mean, if he hits the boss, I'm sure it's gonna do a lot of damage because thrusting just does damage. So, Spyhander. Thank you. Any other items? I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. I never watched Malcolm in the Middle. I didn't like that show. Even though Bryan Cranston, who is amazing, came from that show. Just so we don't die, we're actually going to put on the feline boots. They might help us jump farther, too. Did we... I guess there's no item here. Okay, so yeah, we're going to drop down there, and then we're going to summon Ashen Knight Boyd. And hope that he doesn't suck. I mean, all he has to do is really just keep everything kind of off of us. Or, you know, he just needs to draw aggro. Like, the point, like, the helpful part of NPC summons, like, player summons are just infinitely better because they're players, and players are smarter, obviously, but NPC summons are very helpful just for the fact that they can space the floor, they give them other targets, and it makes your life easier to work towards, because you can single stuff out, you know, and all that, so... I might actually keep that on. Just because it's like because if I'm going to be casting some stuff, I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it to be fast. I probably shouldn't have buffed first, actually. And I think the cutscenes come back, yeah. See if I can remember how to fight this thing. Let's say, I think she's looking at me. Wow. We do no damage. I was really hoping I'd one-shot her. Oh. Alright, Boyd. Keep it up, dude. Which way did we end up going? Did it matter? Okay. Oh. Oh, that's not good. I could die here. Whew. The only other thing that sucks about having a summon is it makes the fight a little more unpredictable. You know, I'm gonna let him do that side. It's really hard to tell, okay, which side's attacking, like, what? I think he's just going ham on that thing, actually. Oh, that's right. Which side? Did we say we were going this side so we don't, oh, it's gonna hit me. Or did it? I can't remember which side I was actually going to use, just because of, oh, look at that. That's why we use this. Yeah, because I think we need to go this way. I think that's what it is. Just so our sword doesn't get blocked. I'm actually going to top off here. I don't know what else to do while I'm waiting. That's what I'm saying though, look at that. That hits like 6 or 7 times. Probably more than that, actually. I was gonna say, I don't know which way that's going. Did I knock the head off? I did. No, I didn't. Come on, Boyd, I got you, bro. Don't you die. Don't you die on me, Boyd. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good job, Boyd. Oh, we get her old soul, too. Fantastic. Rock on, Boyd. Rock on. Oh! Your master is dead. You are slain. Yeah. That wasn't... I don't know if I could actually kill that thing again. I think I could with the summon. I mean, you saw... Oh, man. I mean, even my combustion wasn't doing that much. It was doing like 345, which was still pretty good. It seems like her defenses went up. But my... Do you see that Fire Whip? That Fire Whip did a lot of work. I'm really happy with that spell. So, I mean, that's what I was kind of hoping. I didn't even need this. I mean, I didn't get to test what I wanted to test. I mean, it ended up not mattering. So, the next one we're going to have to kill... I guess we'll kill Vengarl's body again. Maybe. He kicked my ass last time. I mean, granted, I came through here with a two-hand character, but... Dark Quartz +1. Oh, you know what? Let's look. Ooh, we got a new soul to look at, so let's do that. I really like the ascetic idea. I mean, I've said stuff about this game in certain instances, but I really like the ascetics in this game. Just, I like that. Ooh. Okay, that's like the giant lord souls. Okay. Soul of the Ineffable. Soul of the Ineffable. Oh my god. Like, there's a period there, and I skipped. I was like, oh, it's a comma. No. This once magnificent soul continues to exert influence over the land, even after the eons have reduced it to these remnants. So it seems like these are the Lord Souls, technically, because I forget where. It says that the old ones, or whatever, like, keep coming back to life, or something, and so their souls, like the Lord Souls, keep coming back into circulation. So these are, so you know how like Nito and all that were the old ones. It seems like these are, you know, I mean, we knew this, but it's like you're seeing the cycle. Speaking of, I forgot what item I was reading. It might have been the... Okay, I think I know what it is. I think it's the Pyromancer little... Where's my poison throwing knives? Okay. The... yeah. Why did it... Okay. Did that stagger him? Yeah, the, oh, come on. Come on, house. Yeah, the, I'll look at it in a sec, but these Leowin items, or Ladia, or whatever, the Pyromancers, it says that, like, they serve Finito or something like that, who's someone of death or something like that, and it's like, Nito, Finito, which Finito is kind of a joke way of saying something's over, and death is kind of the end of life, but... I'm just wondering if they even thought of that, but, you know, I mean, you can easily see that connection. So 2 of these should be enough. Like, 2 poisons should be enough to like... Oh, that one should have hit me. That honestly should have hit me. Oh, there you go. Okay. Throwing poison knives coming in handy. Poison throwing knives, I should say. Not throwing poison knives, that sounds weird. That sounds grammatically incorrect. We'll just top off just to do it. Yeah, I'm really sorry to anyone like me that enjoys mages and that kind of stuff, but it's like... We're not allowed to be a mage. So... We're gonna... I mean, just the DLC is not letting us. And since we still have one more DLC to go, probably next month is when it comes out, but since we're going to do that, we might as well just get ready with our new strength overlords. I wonder if I ascetic this. We're going to ascetic this bonfire. Because we have all the rest of the stuff. these upgrades are whatever. Who the hell cares? I mean, look at. I don't use these. I have not used a single one, but I would like all of these back. So let's. I have more slabs, by the way. I think I've got I think I got one from doing something. Like I got one from turning in the silk stones off camera or something like that. So we're actually why weren't we doing this before? This brings a little bit more fun to the game. Because like going to New Game Plus without going to New Game Plus. Alright. Now everyone's like, yeah, whatever, why did you ascetic this? It's not like, nothing has changed.
Wow.
I'll just sit here like, whatever. Plan did not work.
No interest.
I'm wondering if anyone else got stuff. I want to buy another one of these just to have it. Just to have it. Let's see. No, bastards. Yeah, so next we're gonna do probably the Sinner. Because we're gonna get the... Damn it. We're gonna do the Sinner. Because Lost Sinner gives us, You need... Ooh. Ooh. The Lost Sinner gives us... Is that all you have? You just got one new set of armor? I should buy these. Because I need gloves. I need high poise gloves. Yeah, the Sinner, her soul, she has the Bed of Chaos soul, she has the Witch of Izalith or whatever, because it said she had the old Witch's soul, but that's going to give us... What the hell is this shit? Affects poisons nearby foes and increases length of jump. Oh. Pinions made from wings of the rare moon butterfly. Poisons exude those who approach its wearer. Also extends jump distance. Little is known about the moon butterfly, which only appears on full moon nights in winter. Some say the butterfly is a magical being, and its larvae have never once been spotted. I guess we'll buy these. Man, these are expensive. Oh, they all poison. Does it poison yourself? Yeah, so...
Thanks for the purchase.
We're gonna get the Witch Soul, and we're gonna get the fire weapon buff from Strayed, is what it's looking like. And I forget what the weapon makes, or whatever, but I'm not too concerned. What do we have before? We had... And then we're gonna get the second Chloranthy ring, and then we're gonna get the +2 of this from the Skeleton Lord, so... I think it comes from them. I'll double check, but otherwise, yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, so... The giant... Wait, this soul does stuff, right? Yeah. So we're actually going to... We have to go to Ornifex and turn this in. So go figure, we're going right back to where we just started. Ah, I like that. Okay. And there's gonna be that Phantom Spider again. I'm not ready for the Phantom Spider. Yeah, we're doing all of this just to buff up to kill one boss on New Game. Let's see if this even hit them. Oh, it hits twice. I said it sucked because it didn't hit more than once. Yeah, we have to like aim back. Why couldn't it do that before when I was using it? To make me hate it less. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I said it before, but if you guys know your D2 history, that move is just like Frozen Orb, because Frozen Orb just threw frost bolts all over the place. I know I said it before, but not everyone's seen every episode, not everyone remembers everything from every episode. I'm glad that the merchants don't disappear. That spider's gonna come back. Maybe not. I don't see it.
Hello.
I do have a wondrous soul. There we go. Old Pale Drake's soul. The blade of this great sword shines like the brilliant rays of the moon. In the oldest legends rarely spoken of today, it is said that the sword was born of a great white being, Seath. The strong attack unleashes its strength, launching a wave of moonlight. Yep.
Come back again if you find.
And now we finally have the sword that I wanted since I started playing. is this. I don't know how much this shreds the durability, assuming it does the same thing as before. Can I not use the strong attacks? I don't have the strength. Ooh! That's really cool. Do you need to say like wind scar when you shoot it? Yeah. Damn. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put in a couple points in strength just to use this for right now, because we're respecking anyway. And then we're going to... I might be over my weight cap, actually. I'm pretty sure I am. Normally the Moonlight Greatsword is actually really lightweight because it's supposed to be made of moonlight or whatever. But I don't know if it's going to be... It's 8. I think it was 6 in the other game, in Dark Souls 1. Yeah, what we're going to do is actually buy 2 points in strength. So we can use this. If I really wanted to, I could level this up. What's my weight at? Yeah, it's alright. If you look at my AR, it's at 283 or whatever, but this is pure magic damage. So, in a perfect world, we could use an Ascetic on somewhere we got some petrified bones, I guess, but... What was I using before? Blue Flame? Blue Steel? That's what this should be called, Blue Steel. Yeah, let's use it. Not that's really gonna help. What are we fighting for? Is the question. I need to go to... We're gonna do Skeleton Lords next. So that's the Chloranthy ring comes from the fucking chariot. So... in case... I forgot how bad that boss was, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna use summons though, just because... I mean, we've seen these fights. I did it the big boy way, so we're gonna do it with that. Oh. The reason I don't want to do this is because those archers are gonna respawn, and I hate those archers. You know what? We can't really do anything about that, so we're gonna do that, and then we're probably gonna kill the sinner, and that's gonna be it for right now. Here we go. I don't think they're going to fight me, so we're just going to kind of walk away. And we do get to get the goodies again, but this time we have the key. We can actually fight the... sinner with the fire in the room, so like we're in a much better spot than we were. Damn. I'm glad this thing has so much reach. So these guys better not be chasing me. We're just gonna wear this thing out. Oh, it has its own little combo. Does some good damage. Oh. I like these combos that it actually has, though. Oh. Yeah, it looks like it's got like some overhead chain, which is really nice. Oh, that's just a damn shame. That's the Ultra Greatsword chain. Like the slam into the pull-up or whatever. Okay, so we're gonna take this off. Okay. And there should be a summon around here. If not, I don't think she's gonna be too hard. She wasn't before, but I mean, I end up eating my words on this game more than enough. And there's an item. I think it's a torch. I can't remember what these items are. What's coming up? Oh, pfft. Yeah, that's not worth it. We're gonna do what we did before. We're gonna try and pull the... Oh, I almost walked straight in there. Lucatiel! So we're gonna use her for this. But we're not gonna summon her until after we clear it out, just so we don't... Just so she doesn't die by accident. On this crap. I'm glad he made that so much easier this time. How? Oh. I am so afraid right now. Okay, you can kinda... That's a lie, you can't see shit. Whew. I'm not even gonna chance it, I'm just gonna take what I got. I guess let's look at that. Malformed skull, it's probably a blunt weapon. Oh. The skull of some unidentified creature. Swing as a great hammer to use as a weapon. Possibly the skull of a dragon, a rare specimen, likely too rare to be swung about willy-nilly. See, I'm not the only one that says willy-nilly. Get off my ass, man. Why people always talking shit to me, man? This looks like a dragon head. That's pretty funny. What are the requirements? 35 strength. Alright, after all that, I think we're ready. This shouldn't be too bad with that. Damn it, phone. This shouldn't be too bad with her. She's actually a really good summon, I feel like. Because when I pulled her for Smelter, she did really well too. I don't remember the attack pattern at all. I just remember blocking a lot. Get her, Lucatiel. I mean, the reason she's fighting her is because women just get mad at each other, and she's like, she has a nicer... Like, the center's like, she has a nicer coat than I do. I hate her. Yeah, she... If Lucatiel survives, she gets, So I guess for these achievements, we need to... get she needs to live through these fights. And so we're kinda on the clock. That is like the easiest archdemon, dude. I mean, even without Lucatiel. That's honestly one that I feel like if you wanted to farm up Lucatiel's quest, I feel like that's the easiest one to do it. Maybe the Flexile Sentry would be good too, because that's an easy boss. But like right there, you have the pit, so you can drag all the enemies in. You could drag almost every enemy into the pit, and those prisoner dudes die like one arrow shot. I hit them for 250 with my bow, and they died. So like you can do that. Both of those are really good. Makes life a lot easier. Is there? Yeah. Oh, it looks like it, dude. There's even a like this was going to be one. There's even, oh my god. Maybe not. It looks like there's a slit in it though. I bet you the last DLC's in here. Damn, this makes me want to start a new character though. I mean, I'm going to make a couple videos, but damn. Okay. We're actually gonna cut here. I kind of didn't want to, but I spent like 15 minutes talking at the start. Next time we're gonna kill. Oh, you know what? Let's turn these in first. Let's turn these in and. What level am I? 145. Yeah. So we need to go to Straight. Actually, we're gonna read this soul real quick. It is. Soul the Ineffable. This once magnificent soul continues to exert influence over the land, even after the eons have reduced... Okay. That's... yeah. We need to see what we can get for... whatchamacallit? Nadalia's soul, too. I forgot to look at that, but... yeah, we're not buying... the old witch weapon, which I can't... I think it's the Chaos Blade. From what I read. So we're not actually buying that. We're going to... we're just going to use the... we're just going to get our fire weapon power up. So that's what I wanted to get. Just so I don't hit strayed. And then just to do it.
Well, very prepared.
I can get Smelter Demon's Sword. Forgot about that. None of these seem good. Maybe like one of the Great Shields would be good, but the rest of these don't seem that good. Oh, what the hell is that? Is that for Nadalia's soul? Flame weapon, there it is. Outcry. Okay. I thought you get a weapon, maybe you get this too. Pyromancy of Nadalia, Bride of Ash, spouts multiple dark flames. The Child of Dark, bearing inconceivable strength, found herself in a kingless land devoid of souls, and in journeying there has all but condemned herself to a fate most wretched. I'll see what the weapon you get is, and then I'll see if I get this or not, because I mean I'm a caster. One use for 2 slots. That better be like the best spell in the history of spells. Pyromancy that imbues weapon in the other hand with fire. Adds fire damage to types of damage that the weapon already inflicts. Pyromancy and sorcery are said to be like oil and water, but in fact their origins can be traced to a common source. So, all weapon buffs, or at least that I read, this one and then the 2 magic weapons that I have or whatever, they all give 50 damage. This just gives 50 fire damage. Damn, I want to see what this is. Since we're getting all miracles at some point, we're going to buy this too. What's this? Dark Lurker Soul. Giant Lord Soul. I'm just going to buy all the hexes and stuff. We're going to need all the magic. Because those are achievements. I don't think there's a weapon achievement in this game. There should be, but there's not. So let's look at this real quick. It was fire weapon. There it is. I like the fire spells more anyway, and I like that we're going more fire now. Oh, I'm dumb. I have to put my Pyro Flame in my other hand. I mean, I'm not... Let's put a fire sword on. That's cool. Let me just do this and all kinds of stuff. Alright. We're gonna cut there. And next time, a couple more ascetic areas and bosses and stuff like that. We're gonna try and get some more goodies to upgrade with, and then we're gonna try and get a couple more items, like some rings and stuff like that I want just to kind of round out the collection. And then we're gonna try and kill that dumbass triplet boss and see what happens. So look forward to all that, and I will see you later.